It's very powerful. It's interesting because I was watching it thinking, you know, it's a very interesting interpretation of depression, which if you saw it in any other form wouldn't be as powerful as that. So it's a good mixture of the medium and the material. That to me, very good.
Thank you so much. I have some questions and I wrote them down because I tend to forget things when I'm nervous. But my first question is, because it's a work in progress and I feel like this is a good opportunity to get some feedback, how effective are the visuals in telling the story without any dialogue?
That's what I'm saying. Very good. Like I said, just the way that it looks and the puppets, the characters, and the setting that you have, it's like, I think it's the best way to do it. I mean, if you saw that in live action or another type of animation, to me it wouldn't quite be as powerful as it is. So I think you picked the right story in the right way to tell it.
Okay, thank you.
Definitely.
I have a question
Definitely
on...
without dialogue, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I have a question on adaptation. The Yellow Wallpaper is an adaptation of Charlotte Perkins Gilman's short story of the same title. I was nervous to adapt the text because it carries so much weight, and it is a very important feminist text from the 19th century. How do you approach the adaptation of a story that holds so much significance for people, and how do you maintain the integrity of the story yet make it relevant to for contemporary society?
I mean, you just said it. I mean, you're passionate about it. You feel really strongly about it, and that's the best thing, you know, that you or anybody could hope for. You know what I mean? The thing is about adaptations is, you know, you read something and then you do a film. It's a different thing. It's a different medium. So I think as long as you feel the way you do about it, that's the best thing you could ever hope for. You know, and I wouldn't worry about it because it's like, you know, it's different than reading something. You know, you're creating something that's giving you that feeling when you watch it. So, you know, I've never read the story, but I can see that you're passionate about it and that you feel it. So that's all. That's it.
And I just have one question about your transition from animation to live action. I'm currently doing my MFA at York University, and my thesis project is a live action, my first live action project. What are some of your experiences in regards to moving from animation filmmaking to live action? For instance, when you're animating, you're manipulating the characters, where in live action, you're working with actors. How do you transition from the paper or the puppet to the actor?
Well, a lot of it is communication, and I had real trouble when I started because I didn't speak. And so people didn't know what I mean, you're right, it's a different thing. I think learning to speak and to communicate is a big deal. I mean, I'm still trying. It's hard. And, you know, because actors don't like it when you turn their heads and they don't, you know, you gotta be careful, you know. They don't like that sort of thing. So it's just learning that. It's learning how do you get what you want, how do you move them without actually physically doing it. You know, it's a challenge, but it's learning to talk, and you know, maybe you're fine with that. I had real trouble, so that to me is the key issue. Learn to communicate and get what you want. You have to be a bit more indirect. You know, most actors, they don't like to be. Some like to be told exactly what to do. Most, I find, don't. You know, so it's kind of a way of, you know, kind of bullshitting people. Really. It's kind of like, you know, you got to find your way to get what you want, but it's an enjoyable process. You know, it's, like I said, it's fun to work with people and have them surprise you and get into the material. So, you know, it's just communication.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.